My name's Clay, founder of ReviewHarvest.com. You can see last month in June, we made over $57,000 just helping local business owners get more Google reviews and rank higher on Google. You can see our business here. We're legit. But today I'm going to show you why you should not niche down as a beginner starting your GoHighLevel agency. This is our old Stripe account, and you can see the very first month in July of 2022 when I was really starting this business, I was able to scale to over $16,000 a month here in August, a little bit over 1 year later. And then you can see this massive dip here, and we'll talk about that in a second. So in the beginning, when I was just getting started with my agency, I had just graduated college, I had just gotten married, I had just moved out and had to pay rent every month. And all these things were true for me. I had very little money, I had pretty much no skills and experience, and I had no social proof for my agency of reviews and testimonials and stuff of people saying how great it was to work with me. And if you're watching this video and you're just starting your marketing agency, this is probably very true for you, right? You might need to make money to pay rent or pay your bills. You probably don't have any idea what you're good at. You probably don't have any great skills when it comes to marketing and sales. And you probably don't have a bunch of social proof of people saying you're great to work with. And so what happens is, if in the beginning, if you try to niche too early, you drastically shrink the number of people you work with. So what I was doing was I was reaching out to people locally in my area. I was calling, I was emailing, I was sending them Loom videos, I was reaching out to them on Instagram DMs. I was just trying to sit in front of as many business owners as possible and hear what problems they had and what I might be able to solve. I knew GoHighLevel was this thing. I kind of knew how GoHighLevel worked, and I knew that it could solve a lot of these business owners' problems, but I didn't know what problems they had and which ones were easy to sell. So I just wanted to sit down in front of these business owners and get an opportunity to sell them. That's how I was able to start with so little and able to grow to this amount of revenue pretty quickly. It would have been so much harder if I was only going after plumbers or orthodontists to just sit in front of those people. Because staying broad, I was able to leverage pretty much the only thing I had, which was my local network of people that lived in the same area, and also my local network of people that already sort of knew, like, and trust me because they knew my family, they knew me growing up, whatever it was. And so not only do you shrink the number of people that you can work with, but also when you niche down, whether you're trying to provide a very specific service, like I just do Google ads, or I just do Facebook ads, or I just do Google reviews, or whether you're just trying to sell to a specific person, you start to try to fit a square peg in a round hole. And what I mean by that, it's the difference between selling a product versus selling like a custom service, right? So for reviews, now that we just sell reviews, we hop on a call, and if they don't have the problem of reviews, there's not a lot we can do for them, right? But in the beginning, when I was just open, asking them questions about their business, what their problems are, where they're struggling in marketing, what they wanted to have fixed, I could just figure out a custom solution through HighLevel or whatever service I was going to provide, and I could just sell them that custom solution built specifically for you. So if you ever sold a very specific product, you know that typically the more productized, the more standardized that product that you're selling is, the harder it is to sell. The more customized and personal that product or service is to that business owner, the easier it is to sell. So in the beginning, if you don't have any sales and marketing experience because you've never done it before, you're going to make it even harder to sell your first clients. And then the next bad thing about niching down too early is it takes way longer to get the reps in. I've said it time and time again until I'm blue in the face. If I see somebody that wants to start an agency, the very first thing that you need to do is just try to get clients. I don't care whether they're free. I don't care whether they're free trials. I don't care whether they're paying you. I don't care what service you're providing for them. But if you just get 5 people to work with you and you can provide some sort of result, if you just get those first 5, your likelihood for success goes through the roof. Everybody quits before they get their first 5 customers. I don't care if these people churn. I don't care if they stay forever or not. You just need to see what the process is like working with a business owner and providing some sort of value, because what you're going to learn is going to be way more valuable than whatever money they're paying you. And so if you're niching too early, you're making it harder and harder and harder to get those first 5 clients. And the benefits of niching, your operations get way easier. It's easier to scale. You can get more viral word of mouth, like in a specific community, but who cares? Nobody knows you exist. You're not good at anything. The last thing you should be worried about in the beginning is scalability. Just go get somebody to give you money or give you their credit card or just at least let you provide some sort of service for them. And so on the flip side of that, if you start broad where you're like, I'll work with anybody and I'll take any form of payment and I'll do any sort of service, you drastically increase the number of people you can work with. So now you can go reach out to the hundreds or thousands of businesses in your area and sit down next to them face to face and overcome the biggest obstacle you have in the beginning, which is that nobody trusts you. Because if you're sitting with somebody at a coffee shop or at lunch or whatever, you already have somewhat of a trust factor, more so than if you were just on a call. And now when you're sitting there with them, you can just ask them open-ended questions about their business. How are you getting leads? How are you following up with your leads? What's your biggest problem in marketing? And you can literally sell them whatever they need. And if you don't know how to do it yet, that's fine. Neither did I. This whole entire process, when I was just going from like $0 to $16,000 a month, was literally me selling services for relatively cheap, $500, $1,000, $2,000 at a time. And these were services that other agencies probably would have cost them $4,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 to do. And I didn't really know how to do them yet. And I just went back to YouTube, I went back to AI, and I figured it out. And so starting broad makes it so much easier to get the actual reps in. You learn a little bit about a lot of things and you'll become basically a mile wide and an inch deep, but that's okay in the beginning. Because if you're like me in the beginning, you just needed money. And this time allowed me to pay rent, not have to get a job, and keep working on my skills. Not to mention you get to practice sales and outreach and marketing on easy mode, working with people locally or creating custom services for these people that are built specifically for their business and what they need. You make it a little bit harder to scale, but you don't need to worry about scaling right now. You're just getting started. And something else that nobody talks about is that you actually get to figure out what services and what niches you like to work with, right? If you're just getting started, you probably don't have any idea of what industry is great to work with. You probably don't have a lot of experience anywhere. You don't know what services you enjoy delivering. You might love to do Google ads, but hate to do Facebook ads, but you don't know that yet. And so when you start this way, in a very low risk, low pressure situation, you get to make money and get paid to learn all these things that you don't know yet. And it just allows you to get more views and testimonials quicker. Sure, your testimonials are all scattered, right? One video is a photographer saying how great you are at websites. The other videos are property management companies saying how great you are at ads, but it doesn't really matter. You can just get them to say, what was it like working with me, Clay? What was it like working with me, my agency? And those will still be better than nothing when you do decide to niche down. And so starting broad does make operations harder. You'll spend a lot more time in manual fulfillment, and exponential growth in terms of like getting this kind of word of mouth in a specific community where everybody's talking about how great you are working with roofers or whatever it is. It does make that harder. But the contrary is, if you're working with people locally, word will spread locally, right? Other business owners in your area know a bunch of other local business owners in your area. And so you can take advantage of like local word of mouth instead of maybe like a community specific word of mouth where all the roofers in the world know you. And so you can still get a lot of referrals that way. And so yes, 1,000%, it makes sense to niche down into a very specific service or a very specific industry eventually. But in the beginning, you don't know jack diddly. So you might as well get out there, get some reps in, learn what you like, and collect a little bit of money. Because if you see in this graph here, this is where I made the decision that, hey, I'm going to go all in on Google reviews, right? And we're going to do review harvest, and we're just going to sell the same thing over and over and over again to home service business owners. It was right here. And I slowly peeled back all of my agency clients. And you can see I went from like $16,000 all the way down to like $4,600. And that sucked and that hurt. But now I was going into this with testimonials, with experience, with reps, with skills. They might not have been the best or most developed skills in the world, but I had something. And throughout this process of selling all these clients, I realized that they all loved my Google reviews, and I really enjoyed installing the Google review system. And so when I made this bet here that I was going to get rid of my agency clients and go all in on reviews, it was a much more educated bet instead of just randomly pinning the tail on a donkey and hoping it lands somewhere nice. As long as you're not trying to do some revolutionary new idea that you've never seen somebody prove, technically you can make anything work. It's just going to be a lot easier if you already have a little bit of money and a little bit of experience. And if you are starting and you do have plenty of money and plenty of runway, you don't need money right now, and you have a little bit of skills and maybe you have a little bit of social proof, then sure, go ahead, niche down 1,000%. It's going to allow you to scale your business much earlier. But it's such a trap when you're getting started to worry about scale this, scale that, scale. It's all about scale. Just focus on getting your first 5 clients. And the last thing I'll leave you with, when it comes to picking a niche, there's a couple of rules that I've seen true. Number one is that the bottom percentage of every single niche sucks, right? If you're working with sucky small business owners that have a bad attitude, no matter what niche they're in, it's probably going to suck serving them. But the top 20, 30, 40% of every single niche is typically great, right? Like an extreme example of this is like if you're working with a plumber, you might be trying to work with Chuck in a truck who has one truck. It's just him. He does everything on pen and paper. He doesn't know how to market. He doesn't know how to sell. He's basically a glorified freelancer, and his friends call him every once in a while to fix a leak or something. He's probably not going to be very fun to work with. But on the other end, there's loads of plumbing companies that are doing $1, $3, $5 million a year, and they're probably a lot better to work with. They have sales in place. They have marketing in place. They have a team in place. They have somebody that knows how to use a computer and that can work with you on the onboarding stuff and give you access to the things you need. So don't let a few bad apples after some cold calls or sales calls deter you from a niche. Just focus on getting quality business owners no matter what niche it is. The second thing that I've seen ring true time and time again is try to find something that you have a little bit of exposure to already, right? Maybe your dad was a realtor. Maybe your mom was an orthodontist. Whatever it is, just by being around those industries, you'll know the language, you'll know how they speak, you'll learn some things just by osmosis being around them. And so you'll probably be able to communicate and convert that type of industry better. And then the third thing that's always true is that the best niche is the niche that you've been involved with for a year, 2 years, 3 years. People in the industry know you. You know what systems they use. You know their objections. You know the sticking points in their industry. And so you're able to sell them really well if you have all that experience. So from my personal experience, that's my pitch on why you should probably start broad in the beginning if you're just a beginner. If you've never seen my channel before and you want to see exactly how I make over $50,000 a month just helping local business owners get reviews and rank higher on Google, check out this video here. Also, if you want to get started with GoHighLevel, the best marketing software for you to grow your agency and slap your own logo on it, feel free to use my link down below in the description. You'll get an extended 30-day trial instead of the normal 14-day trial they offer, and you'll get access to my paid community totally for free. I'll give you a little link where you can copy and paste all my templates, snapshots, website templates, everything directly into your HighLevel account, and you'll get access to 2 coaching calls per week with me where I'll hop on and meet you exactly where you are and answer any questions you have. If you want to see exactly how I make over $55,000 a month just helping local business owners get more Google reviews and rank higher on Google, check out this video here.